What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD. Wanted to hear back in Plays and Swords. This is, of course, Road to Miles Morales, Episode 5, the weekly podcast series about any and all things Spider-Man Miles Morales as we head towards the release of Spider-Man Miles Morales. And boys, we are so close. But with me, of course, is my luxurious co-host, the ArachKnight. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Dude, the hype is fucking building, bro. The hype is intensifying. And with us, of course, the slim, not shady one, to Road Dudley. How are you doing, good sir?
Oh, I'm doing just fantastic. Having
Now,
a great day.
Absolutely. Now, I know we have something that... I got two things I want to bring up that aren't Spider-Man related, right? First up is, of course, focused on the homie to real. I think we have an update on your whole getup. Yes.
We do.
If you'd like.
We do.
You may proceed.
You might be able to notice in the way that my voice is changing right now. I'm spinning around in my chair as I talk, and guess what? Zero squeaking. Why is that? Porque es brand new. Wow. You gotta love it, dude.
Everyone gets a clap scar, you know what I'm saying?
This is a long time coming,
it.
boys. I would just like to thank myself, me, and lastly, but definitely not least, for making this happen. Shout out Kevin for providing the link as well. You know,
yeah,
a little bit.
So now me and Terrell have the same chair, and I have stood by this chair, right? I've had this chair for about a year and a half, and it's been fucking splendid. You know, it's taken me through what, Last of Us, Dead Stranding, so many bangers in this. On top of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was in this chair. You know what I'm saying? Those like 2 a.m. Last of Us Part 2 streams that we did, you know, all of quarantine. This chair is fantastic. You know,
I stood by this chair even before I had it.
Absolutely. It's a great. You know what? If I remember to do so, I'll link it below in the description, but don't quote me on that. All right? It might not make it there, but if I remember, it might be there. Another thing I was want to bring up is that, did y'all see that this morning the low here in Phoenix was colder than New York?
You love to see it.
It is fucking chilly.
One could say that they're global warming, that a myth.
No, it is. It has been a bit chilly here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it has.
Like as I talk right now, I'm wearing a little sweater. It's you know what I'm saying, a little bit cold. I woke up this morning. My apartment's at 69. First I said nice. Then I'm like, damn, that's cold as hell.
Nice.
You know, but
outside the other night, I was freezing at the Abushanab residence, enjoying some Borat 2.
I also watched it. Did you watch it, ArachKnight?
I have not.
Hilarious.
I recommend it. I recommend it. It was a fun watch. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a fun watch.
I remember like one day it was kind of warm out, and then like it dropped. It dropped faster than my GPA. Like it was cold.
On Sunday, I turned my air conditioning on before leaving work, and then Monday morning, the high was 68.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. It's. I mean, I think the weather people call it a cold front. I believe, if I know meteorology, I think is what they call it. But I digress. I don't know. Besides all that, you can catch the show here on YouTube.com/Plays and Source, as well as your favorite podcast service every Saturday morning by hitting the anchor link down below in the description to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, and any other major podcast service, or by just searching Plays and Source podcast feed. To support the show, you can of course like and subscribe, as well as become a member of the channel by hitting the join button or the link in the description to get that Prince tier or King tier, which is $1 or $5 respectively, giving you access to different channel badges, emotes, as well as shoutouts and all PSS content, just like the homies Caleb Kaiser, ArachKnight, Owen, Shungi, Tapiwa Musa. Damn, okay, Kev, you got it. I memorized all the homies. Tapiwa Musa as well. Much love to all the members of the channel. And of course, you can follow us on other platforms such as our Discord server and our Twitter down below in the description. Gentlemen, we are so fucking close to PS5. Like, yo, it is actually. So I I called my GameStop last week. I was like, hey, are you guys doing a PS5 midnight, release? What it do? I want to get it as soon as possible. He says they're not sure, but there could be a 9 p.m. night before for the East Coast, aka us. You know what I'm saying? So since it launches on Thursday, at midnight technically, for the West Coast, they could do a 9 p.m. thing here. So potentially it's either 2 weeks away or 15 days away from PlayStation 5. Yo. We are close. And of course, I know this isn't Road to PS5, but me and ArachKnight have a lot to cover on Road to PS5 involving,
Road to Miles Morales does indeed coincide with Road to PS5.
It does. It goes hand in hand for sure. But we've seen a lot of unboxings. You know what I'm saying? We got some Astrobot impressions, all that great stuff. But besides all that, gentlemen, I'll start with ArachKnight. What have you been playing this week?
Same old, just some Ghost Legends. I tried doing the Nightmare difficulty survival. Yikes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It throws all the heavy hitters in the before the first wave. It's clear out the camps. You have the guys that shoot ravens, you have Oni, you have all the heavy hitters that you get in late game in Legends right at the get-go, and every round is like that. It is what it calls out to be, a nightmare. I haven't been able to complete it yet because I don't have a squad of people, and playing it with randoms is a death sentence. So I put that on the shelf for now. I'll try and do Nightmare eventually, but that day is not today. I finally finished the Doom Eternal DLC after having it corrupt.
Okay, so you legit started over.
I started over from the very beginning, yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. How was it?
It was hellishly difficult. I played it on Nightmare. I went through the whole thing again. I've gotten a lot better at Doom because of it. I'm playing in a way that I didn't used to play, and it's a lot of fun. It's very nice to see my improvement. So I'll be trying Ultra Nightmare next. So that'll be fun.
Interesting. Okay. Wait, did you get to try out crap, we were tweeting about it last night. Ghost Runner?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been dude, I still don't know because it's not that I don't want to play it, right? It's I'm at this in between where it's okay, do I want to play it on PS4 or PS5? I'm being that picky right now. You know what I'm saying?
The game just came out.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And if I plan to play on PS5, that's gonna push it out another at least month because I got Spider-Man to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a lot of the games rocking. So I feel like I might pick it up tonight and just start playing it by myself. Is it 60 frames? Oh wait, no. Did you buy it on PS4 or on PC? Okay, all right. I was gonna see if it's 60 frames. If it's 60 frames on PS4, I'd be down. But I gotta look into that. But how do you feel about that game?
It's fun. Yeah, it's got some tough areas. You're definitely gonna have to utilize everything they give you.
Nice.
It has a nice skill ceiling. I'll give it that much.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Surreal.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No,
shit.
I was done.
My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a much shorter list. I got a much shorter list this week. I've been setting up a Madden franchise with all real users, 32 real users. So I've been mostly on that game. But then late night, I've been just relaxing, maxing all cool, playing some Spider-Man outside the pool. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah. That's just it.
Wait, you're in the pool playing Spider-Man?
Yeah, on FaceTime. Set up my iPad so I could, or I take my laptop, do a quick second screen. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Surreal's already in next gen. All right,
Yeah.
he's already there.
Yeah, 2035.
For real, he's already in 2077. You know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, it sucks.
Big ups.
I'm just letting you know it doesn't get any better down here.
big ups to that delay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I remember. I gifted that game to one of my friends. He, because of everything going on, I had I was lucky enough to be able to to give him a copy of the game because he had been really excited for it and wouldn't have been able to play until at least a few months after release.
Right.
So it's we'll play it on release. It'll be exciting. And then we yesterday he texted me. He's like, "Yo, check Twitter." It's like, "Why?" And then it's like, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!"
At least it's only 21 days, so it's it is what it is. And the big thing of contention now is that it's out of the running for Game of the Year 2020, which is interesting as well. But I am almost certain that it'll definitely have enough press and everything with it being Cyberpunk 2077 and the next gen versions coming out next year, that I think they have an almost guaranteed spot for next year, Goaty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They're almost guaranteed for next year for sure. But yeah, it's it is what it is. I'm gonna wait to play that game. I have plenty right now. My big open world RPG that I'm gonna be playing first on PS5 is Valhalla, baby, because Assassin's Creed. Come on, man. Come on now.
I just want to go back to Italy. That's what I want.
Well, maybe in the Assassin's Creed Netflix series that they announced. You like that? You like that Witcher? I know. So maybe.
I did. I did. I love The Witcher.
Witcher's really
rub
good.
off some of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know about the game Witcher, but
How do you like Assassin's Creed and not like Witcher?
Jesus Christ, here we go. Go ahead. Why? What happened? What happened? Okay, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. Right? I don't really like medieval high fantasy stuff like that, right? So Witcher wouldn't really grab me in that way, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I understand. I can understand that.
The other thing that turned me off that I realize now is a complete hypocritical statement is that I know that Witcher 3 is notoriously long, but on the contrary, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is also absurdly long as well, and I went through that, so I can't really fault it for that, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Some of us have to have bad taste for those franchises to survive.
We're here now? Okay. I've been playing a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima Legends, you feel me? Hopefully that doesn't pass, the bad litness of games test that y'all are putting on me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that's good.
Nah, but I bet you suck at it, though.
I don't.
We gotta squad up. I wanna see you in action.
Oh, say less, man.
I want to see you transfer through the different stances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, man. I've been going from wind to water to earth, fire, air, metal, whatever,
Sorry.
Legends is still great overall. But here's the thing with guys. I'm in this really rough spot with gaming right now, where it's I want to just play Legends at 60 frames. So I want to play, for example, Destiny 2 as well. I won't play Destiny 2 until December when they do that next gen patch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, guys. I'm in a little bit of a predicament, but I'm still having fun. Mainly on my Switch, right? So Legends has been cool with Ghost of Tsushima, but I did play a little game here called Raji, an Ancient Epic, right? It's a very, very small indie title. Very, very small team. This is their first game, and what really grabbed my attention was that it delved a lot in Hinduism in terms of the actual premise of the game and what you're doing. Long story short, you're an older sister to a younger brother. The younger brother gets captured by ancient demons or whatever, and you go on this long quest with the help of the gods to free the people and free your brother as well, right? So that's essentially what the synopsis is. I played it on Switch, but I know it's on all other platforms as well, and while I enjoyed my experience with it, right, in terms of like how it differs from a lot of different games, or like a lot of games typically don't delve into the like Hinduism gods, like, you know, Vishnu and all that, and like all them. Usually it's like Greek mythology that we see a lot, or we see Vikings right now with like Valhalla, in Norse mythology, I mean, you know, with like God of War and Valhalla and different stuff like that. But, you know, as a game, I don't think I can recommend it, even though I enjoyed it, right?
I can
like,
understand that.
Yeah, like it's you know, it's a janky title to play, right? But I still end up enjoying it. It's like 5 hours long. It was a very short game, but overall, you know, it was cool. It was cool.
It was cool.
I did buy Hades as well.
Ooh.
Haven't played that yet, but I know that one's gonna be some fucking fuego. You know, I know that one I'm gonna have a great time with. So we'll see if I have impressions next week with Hades. But moving on to some news topics, of course. All right, what's going on, guys? This is TKD from the future here. I'm here recording this a little bit on Friday. The podcast that you're watching right now was recorded on Wednesday, so we did miss this from a whole cast perspective, but I'm here to just pop in and just give you guys a little bit of an update that is a pretty big update as well. So if you guys remember, if you pre-order Spider-Man Miles Morales, you will get the tracksuit. It's a white type of suit with the black and red and everything if you pre-order the game, and they did say that there will be another suit included in this pre-order package, but they haven't announced it yet until today. So this morning we got a tweet here saying the suit you've all been asking for is here, and you unlock it early with your pre-order for PS5 or PS4. Watch the trailer, and my boys, it is the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse suit. It looks so good in this game. I love it. And if you watch the trailer, because there's a lot of gameplay that they put up with this suit, and there is a whole trailer as well that is showcasing this suit. But what's the really cool part about the suit, in spite of it looking just like the movie and it looking great and everything, it even looks like the movie from a terms of animation perspective, because this is animated in 24 frames a second. So it looks really cool. Wait, no, maybe 12 frames. I'm not sure, but like it is the same movement that is from the movie. It looks great. It looks absolutely insane. But this low frame rate animation mode is a suit mod that you get with the suit, and you can even equip it on other suits as well. So seemingly, if you don't love this animation style, or just want to see it for a little bit and don't want to use it the whole time, you can take it off seemingly with this mod. But overall, guys, I think it looks great. Link below in the description. I definitely implore you guys to check it out. I'll bring it up a little bit on next week's episode, that way y'all can you know, get some impressions from the rest of the crew with ArachKnight and Surreal, of course, like that. But overall, it looks great. I loved it. Definitely pre-order to get this, and they said that it will be available for everyone, but if you want it early, you gotta pre-order the game. So no brainer, I'm going to pre-order this game, of course, and it is looking great, guys. So definitely check it out. Link below in the description. On to the rest of the show. First up here, I want to touch on, as we said before, a lot of different influencers and press have been getting hands-on with PS5 and having them in their physical homes and stuff like that, and you know, being able to actually unbox it, and we see some of their hardware and everything, and they are very tied down to very strict embargoes. So we've only seen a few things here on out, and it's rolling out over time with the embargo, and it's slowly lifting. But one of the things that they were able to do this week was show off, I think, like the first level or two of Astro's Playroom. And so the homie Tidux, by the way, he followed me. Shout out to Tidux, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he listens, but shout out to the homie. He posted a picture of his PS5, and on the dash, we see Spider-Man Miles Morales on his console, on his PlayStation 5 home menu. So guys, it's fucking out there. Like people are playing it. We're about to get reviews here, I'm assuming pretty soon. You know, I hope that so next week is the Spider-Man Miles Morales bets episode, right? Same with Road to PS5 as well. I hope that we can at least get a Metacritic bet in there going. You know what? Should we just say it now? Should we just bet on Metacritic right now, and I'll write it down, and we'll just keep it going next week with the bets?
What, like an over/under?
I think me and ArachKnight just do it like whoever's the closest.
Yeah, like
okay.
you just shoot it at, like, you know, like a dart at a dartboard, and whoever lands the closest wins.
Okay. You know what? Let's do this live. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. For a little
86,
context,
baby.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give us just one. So Spider-Man is at 87.
Oh.
Spider-Man's at 87 on Metacritic right now, right? Oh man. Okay, so it is a Lost Legacy size title, so it is gonna be a little bit smaller than the original game, than Spider-Man.
86, baby.
Honestly, now that you said it, 86 does sound kind of right, but I don't know. I don't know why 91. I think 91's too high, but 91 kind of stuck out to me a little bit. Okay, wait. ArachKnight, are you gonna lock in that score? I will write it down on my handy dandy note card.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling confident.
Okay, 86 for ArachKnight. Real, what do you got? What are you thinking right now?
I think I'm gonna come out of left field. I'm a low ball and go 82.
Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
You think
Damn,
we're on a podcast for a sub-average game? Do you know who we are?
Some average game. It's real. Wait. Do you want me to now? You want me to lock it in, or you want me to lock it in after we talk a little bit about it?
You know what? Lock in 83.
83.
Wow.
Okay.
Sub-average, but above sub-average.
I like that.
It's only
Okay.
3 points below mine.
Okay. Should I go? Do you think I should go 3 above ArachKnight and go 89? Because look, I
You're
really
trying to
think
build a
that
scale here.
no, because I really think that I think that, with how much people love Spider-Verse, right, and how much people love Miles Morales as a character, I think that they hopefully know that going in and really double down on what makes Miles, and I think that it could potentially go higher than the original Spider-Man, but that's tough.
That is tough. I'm feeling like a strong 86 because of I know that some reviewers are pretty particular about length and all that other stuff. It's like, oh, how different is this from the first game? And then if it's not very different, they lower it.
Right.
Lower than it probably should be. I'd want it to be in the high 80s, 90s, because that's what I'm expecting out of this experience. But knowing Metacritic and knowing how some people review games, that's why I'm going a little under what I wanted.
That's why I went so low.
All right.
It's
Yeah,
because I'm expecting those critics to do that.
Yeah, my guess for my own personal review is gonna be a 90, 90, 91 for me.
My own personal review is definitely going to be higher than an 83.
Yeah, so reviewers are dumb.
Man, okay, yeah, this is tough. You do bring up a good point. I can't just think for myself. I think for how reviewers review their games. Very, very true. It's probably not that hard to believe that PlayStation games do get a little bit of a bump, right? I think we definitely started to see that this generation, and what is the famous one that always gets a bump in whatever they do is Nintendo. For sure, right? Nintendo games always, not trying to downplay Nintendo games, but they usually score very high. It's just because a lot of the reviewers grew up with Nintendo, so there's a bit of nostalgia there and all that, So I do think, while very light, I think there's something that plays into that similar thing with PlayStation, not in terms of nostalgia, just overall, just PlayStation's a big honcho right now, So, damn, I'm feeling the 88. I'm feeling the 88.
What happens if it's an 87? What do we do?
You guys have to fight to the death.
You know what? For that, I'll go 89 just so that doesn't happen.
All right.
If you want, even though I'm feeling low, you know what? Yeah, I kind of want to go 91 and just say fuck it.
I don't know. Every time one of us says fuck it, we end up regretting it.
It is true. Here's the thing, right? I mean, if it is 90, I still win because I'm the highest one here. All right. Okay. Locked it in. So this is the little like appetizer, if you will, to next week's episode for bets episodes. Spider-Man Miles Morales Metacritic bets are ArachKnight at 86, Tareel at 83, and big homie TKD at 89.
Let's get this spread. Right.
So we'll see how it all unfolds, but definitely no way it's going. There's no way it goes under like 80, right?
No,
absolutely not.
Not a fucking chance. Okay, yeah, same. Well, if you want to check out that tweet where we saw Spider-Man Miles Morales in the PS5 home screen, you can check that link below in the description. I know it's not the craziest thing in the world, but I also think it's cool that we, it's out there. It's in the wild, People have it. People are playing it. Greg's playing it. Blessing's playing it. Kinda Funny's playing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's being played right now. So that's pretty dope. Moving on. Insomniac Games did something that most developers don't do, and I wish they did. They unveiled their trophies for Miles Morales. I don't think this is all of it. You got to assume that there are some that are, story spoilers and all that good stuff, right? But at least the overwhelming, like, I'd be surprised if this list is everything that's not the story stuff, which is pretty neat. So I kind of want to go through all of them low key. Like, I know, lists. I try to avoid list podcasts. You know what I'm saying? But I think it might be cool if we go through tweet by tweet, in this thread.
And
again, link below.
Pick out the little fun ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm actually. So how many? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 tweets. All right. Do we want to just brace through a few of them? If they're interesting, we'll stop and talk about it, or
yeah,
let's popcorn each tweet and then talk about what we find interesting.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I can start at the beginning. All right. So first up here, there's Be Yourself, of course, the tagline for this game. Collect all other trophies. Just the beginning is unlocking new skills, and then a new home is for 100% completion in all districts. So, wait, is Be Yourself the platinum?
Yeah.
Be Yourself has to be the platinum. Yeah,
just your typical completion trophies.
Yeah, because PlayStation and Spider-Man PS4, it was Be Greater, right?
Yeah,
that was a plat. Yeah. So that works out. You love to see it, but I'll pick Tareel definitely next. Go ahead, my boy.
All right. So for this one, we got a little bit more. We got Urban Explorers, collect all time capsules. Memory Lane, collect all postcards. Salvager, open all underground caches. Under their noses, shut down all Roxxon labs. Underground Undone, shut down all underground hideouts. I wonder what the time capsules and the postcards are going to be about.
Those gotta be like collectibles, right?
Yeah, those are like backpacks.
Backpacks.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I guess feeds nicely into the main topic of the show, which is, the open world of Miles and all that good stuff. So, works out there. I was looking through these earlier, and I know they talked about how, like, there's another collectible that involves samples of music, which I fucking love.
That's probably the time capsules.
No, wait. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's time capsules music from the past.
Yeah.
Because they intentionally, like, didn't say what it was. And I feel like if they said it here, they would have. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Honestly,
Yeah, maybe.
some of these trophies are worded differently to hide certain things. Just like you said that some trophies might be missing because they spoil certain story things.
Oh yeah, that's definitely there. Like all the trophies aren't here. Like It even says check out this partial list of trophies.
Yeah, there's
no, I mean like hypothetically where it says collect all time capsules. When we play the game, it might not be time capsules, but that might actually be a trophy called Urban Explorers.
I'd be willing to put money that time capsules is like mixtapes or something like that.
Dude, I fucking love that. God damn. Ugh, I can't wait. I just can't wait to go through like all the underground caches and the underground hideouts and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which I assume there's probably like 1 or 2 or 3 different caches for every underground hideout. At least what I'm presuming.
Yeah.
You know? Just, and then like on labs too. Some good stuff. It's cool stuff. But ArachKnight, what do we got next?
Ready for anything is purchase all suits. Pretty straightforward. Never saw it coming. Complete an enemy base without being detected. That'll be fun.
That's something that I like to do.
Yeah.
Or I try to do in PS4, Spider-Man PS4.
100 times combo. Just perform a 100 times combo.
That works.
Pete's first villain is probably the Rhino fight in the beginning. And complete the final test is the tagline. And Kit Bash. Craft 10 upgrades. Straightforward.
Yeah. Interesting. Complete the final test, huh?
Complete the final test to be ready to be on your own for a little bit.
Yeah, because like we said last week, of course, like we just cited, of course, Miles takes on Rhino with Peter and everything. Miles mainly is the one that kind of ends the whole thing with the Venom Punch and all that, and then Peter gives him the suit, and then heads out to be the photographer for MJ. So that works out. Okay, I see that. Next up here, Rhino Rodeo. Ride Rhino through the mall, which we have seen clips of as well. If you guys want to check out that song, Game Informer and all that good stuff. Hanging by a thread, keep the bridge together. We did see this during the PS5 showcase in June and all that. Overcharge, defeat 100 enemies with Venom Attacks. Okay. Up and over is the last one here on this tweet. It says perform a Venom jump, then a Venom Dash on a single enemy. Damn, that sounds fun. Yeah, which I think the GIF that is playing right here, I'm pretty sure that's the Venom Dash. I think.
Yeah.
It seems like it seems like that's what it is.
GIF? I thought it was GIF.
Oh, fuck, guys, I don't know.
I just don't like GIF. I don't like saying GIF. That
isn't that a peanut butter?
I don't know.
Because there's nothing else called GIF, but as soon as you say GIF, now you're talking about peanut butter.
And peanut butter is pretty trash.
That's cap.
What?
Didn't think that the cap was gonna come from you today, ArachKnight.
I'm not a fan of peanut butter.
Why?
Why do you like
what does peanut butter do to you?
I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of peanuts.
What, are you allergic?
No. I'm not weak.
No.
I just don't.
Holy shit. I'm not weak. Hey, yo. Shout out to y'all with the peanut allergy.
No, sir. My immune system is tip-top shape. I just have a better taste palate than you do, sir.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
I forgot who's next. Oh, it's a real. Go ahead.
Me, sir. From downtown. Use Venom Dash to throw an enemy into a group of 3 or more. That sounds so much fun. Like a rhino in a china shop, smash into 15 breakable objects while steering Rhino through the shopping mall. Also sounds like a lot of fun.
Dude, it sounds like there's going to be a lot more trophies here because like a lot of these trophies are only from what we have seen. You know what I'm saying? So like imagine how much more game there is than what they've shown, which is just the beginning portion of the game. And there's this many trophies just centered around Rhino and stuff like that. Dude, there's going to be a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they just went really in-depth and just put in some fun trophies.
Yeah.
Like, they're not hard. Sure. None of these are necessarily hard, but they're just fun.
Yeah, they're there if you want to do them.
Absolutely.
So, what I noticed here is the JJJ would be proud is apply a sticker and customize lighting while in photo mode, which is something that I'm really excited to get into.
Yes.
I'm
going to be spending a lot of time in photo mode.
I have a proposition.
I'd like to hear it.
We are going to be doing a review episode after we play the game, right?
Of course. We're gonna do impressions and then review.
Do we want to have a photo mode competition between the 3 of us for that episode?
Oh shit! Vote on it by the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the only one on a PS4 though.
Yeah. Oh man,
we can take that into consideration for grading.
You know what? I think we could too. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna flip on like ray tracing for my images? Yes, I am. I am gonna do that. Am I gonna play in that mode? No, because I want 60 frames. But I will turn it on for photo mode, of course. But I think we could take that into account, ArachKnight. You know what I'm saying? I think that we can all, get a gist of your picture with the knowledge that it was on PS4. I think we can make a fine choice, you know.
If you don't think I'll buy a $400 console just to win a competition,
ArachKnight goes out.
We'll be waiting.
The night of November 12th, the cops and PS5 to win the Photo Mode Challenge.
yeah, I'll be throwing
you want
left
to play
and
some
right.
games? Nah, I'm about to take pictures with this. You said what?
Yeah, no,
I'm down. I'm down to do it.
I'm down. It'll
down.
be fun.
Are y'all down? Okay.
It's
I feel like I would put it on Twitter with a simple poll, you know, maybe make it like a few days, you know. It can't be anything spoiler, right? Of course.
Yeah,
You
no
know,
spoilers.
Something
just
yeah,
a
there's
nice
spoilers.
aesthetic picture.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's do it. I will let the Twitter audience vote once again. Link below in the description at PSR's Vids. It's a good idea. But what other trophies have we got going, ArachKnight?
5-star review. Complete all friendly neighborhood Spider-Man app requests. I think that'll be just a fun side mission kind of deal. Mod that suit is craft a suit mod. And here's something new that we didn't get in Spider-Man PS4 is look with better eyes is craft a visor mod.
I didn't realize we had visor mods, low-key.
I didn't realize that either.
I didn't know we had that until I read the trophy list.
Is that like HUD?
Probably.
Is that what it's interesting. Okay. Interesting. I like that. All right. Next up here. Never give up. Pay respects at Jefferson Davis's grave in Harlem.
Kevin won't do that until 2022.
Hey man. I was really shocked that I did not pay respects to Uncle Ben. Just like our homie, you know, Spider Cuz paid respects to Uncle Ben at the end of that video I posted on Twitter this week. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I put out a tweet. Did y'all see the tweet? I want to get Spider Cuz on this podcast so fucking bad.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw that.
Spider Cuz
So,
is
like,
fire.
If y'all could go in the description, go on Twitter, find that tweet, give it some retweets, give it some love. Because, man, even if it's only for like 5 minutes, I just want him to pull up. You know what I'm saying? But or
I
maybe
just want
send
him to pull up and do an outro. I want him to record an outro for us. Where it
yeah.
says, Fuck Batman.
Yeah.
Fuck Batman.
Or just like a little something, you know what I'm saying? Just like a little something, you know? Send us over a little audio clip. I would greatly appreciate that. But next up here, a gift from Pete. Received the gift suit. Of course, this happens after the Rhino fight and when Peter leaves for the game. Crime Master. Complete bonus objectives for every single crime type. Okay, so see, this is what I like too, is that like I love those where it's like, okay, you don't have to do all of them. Wait, no, bonus. No, the bonus objectives are just a random crime, so I guess that you can't really complete them all. They'll always pop up, so I guess okay.
I think it just means like
Completely
for, like,
every
the different crime types, like the car chase. The
yeah.
random burglars that you pull up on. The bonus ones, like web them to the wall. Complete all those for each crime type.
Okay. Next up here, getting dizzy. Chain 6 unique air tricks before landing. That's that's gonna be fun to pull off, you know?
Oh yeah.
Once you expand your arsenal, all that good stuff. It's gonna be great. And lastly here, take us out to real. What do we got going on?
Well, I want to take y'all back to the early 2010s, maybe late 2000s, can't remember. Lonely Island put out a little song called I'm on a Boat. Ride the derelict boat in southern Chinatown. Just a little fun, another little fun trophy. Socially acceptable, scroll through the entire social media feed at the end of the story. Social media feed? That's interesting.
Yeah, that was in PS4. And
was?
the amazing,
It was?
yeah, like you know when you, like the Twitter thing,
What?
like when you pause the game, like there was the Twitter feed on.
Oh, I remember now. I
Yeah.
never actually looked through that.
I did. I read through that. It was also in the Amazing Spider-Man and the game in 2012. Fun fact.
Yo, I don't know what y'all talking about. I have no idea. My social feed. There was a social feed. Like, did it show like real tweets or just like fake tweets?
No, just like tweets about people in the city is like, it just does. Do you think my insurance covers the Rhino smashing through my car?
Does it?
I don't know. There was no reply.
Well, interesting.
Well, I hope they were able to figure that out.
I hope so.
Truly. So those have been some of the trophies in Miles Morales. So it's looking good. What I think me and Surreal talked about behind the scenes off recording was that, like, I think we both felt that Spider-Man PS4 trophies were, like, just a little bit too easy. You know? Like,
Yeah.
if, like, I could stumble upon the platinum, you know, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as someone that doesn't go for plats that much, you know, and it takes a lot for me to go to a platinum, Spider-Man's, I would have liked it to be, like, a little bit more of a challenge. But what do you think, ArachKnight?
I think it's good. Like, I appreciate, like, getting platinums. There's a fine line between, like, too easy and that gets a little absurd. Like, this is just kind of stupid to do.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like this like platinum should be as like, oh, after one thorough playthrough of the game, you should be able to get a platinum.
Yes.
It's
right.
Like, it shouldn't take me 6 playthroughs in order to get a platinum.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, like I hate that. Like, if it makes you replay the game in, like, a different difficulty, that's no. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like, it seems like they started with the Spider-Man PS4 list and looked at how they did that trophy list and emulated off that, which I think is a great move, because I think Spider-Man PS4 trophy list is great. I just think it's just, like, it could be a little, like, a tiny bit more difficult. Like, give me a little just a little some. Don't make it crazy, but just a little bit some.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm not sure if we talked about this, but GG Matt responded to that thread that we just read. Said, will Spider-Man Remastered have a separate platinum from PS4 version? Insomniac responded and said, yes, there's also several all-new trophies.
Ooh. Several all-new trophies. Okay, so that means for you platinum hunters, you can play the game on PS4, get all the trophies there, and then get it on PS5 as well, and get 2 platinums for one game.
Indeed.
Big ups for that. I know a lot of people like to do that, for sure. Like to pad that, or play... like to pad the PSN account with hella trophies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Okay, good to know. I didn't see that, so thank you to Real. Point that out there.
Sir.
Look at that. You know what? I'm gonna give you a gold star. You know what I'm saying? There you go,
let's
buddy.
go.
There you go. A little fucking gold star. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Just for the viewers, the gold star is in the center of my forehead right now.
Next up here, at Marvel put out an interesting cover, right? I'm gonna just read the tweet and we'll just go off it, right? Your spider senses are sharp. Here's a look at Prowler's outfit from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Creative director Brian Horton's variant cover for Amazing Spider-Man number 55.
Pain. Suit looks cool though, but, like, stop overplaying your hand.
And so, like, I want to shake someone at Insomniac, be like, listen, my boy, listen, look. All right, Spider-Man PS4 was fucking fantastic, okay, but y'all really told us too much about the game, all right, and it seemed like they were having a lot of restraint leading up to this game, right? We have only seen a little sliver of the intro of the game, you know what I'm saying? We know of Roxxon, that's cool. We know of Tinkerer, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But, like, all right, you know, we seem to know a nice controlled amount that we know, right? And this is what it is. And then they do this. You know, it's like, look, like, we all kind of sort of assumed that, all right, if you have Miles Morales, right, it's likely that you'll probably have Uncle Aaron. I don't think that's too much of a stretch, right? You know, they tend to go hand in hand, I feel like, you know, based off of the opinion of someone that doesn't read comics and that's only seen Spider-Verse. So take that with what you will. ArachKnight, as a comic book, you know, buff, would you agree with that statement? You know what I'm saying? That, like, it's not out of the ordinary to just assume that Prowler would be in this game.
Yeah, not, like, I feel like we all knew it was coming, but
yeah,
there is, like, mystery is part of the attraction. Like, because
Yeah.
something that I remember reading about is that when we knew Otto Octavius was going to be in Spider-Man PS4, is like we knew that he was going to become Doc Ock. We knew that, but it was still more interesting to see him go on that journey because we knew him as Otto Octavius that turned into Doc Ock instead of we knew like it's like, oh, Doc Ock's in the game, cool. Like we saw that journey and we didn't want it to happen, but we knew it was coming. So showing Prowler in his full getup, showing is like, oh yeah, he's already an established villain in this universe, kind of takes away from that emotional response that we had with Octavius.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I like what I would have done just to allude to it. Take out Prowler, add a little green with the purple lighting in the background, keep Miles with the spider sense going off. That's all you needed. It gives people a little bit to say, oh, that's Prowler. It's like, oh, like maybe they're just teasing Prowler. It's like, I don't know. Instead of just, oh, here's Prowler.
Maybe you could change the framing of it. Flip Miles, pull Prowler all the way to the right, and only have his hand showing, with the green streaks behind it.
Yeah, but yeah, just I also don't really like his costume all that much.
Oh really?
I don't hate it.
It's okay.
I think they could have did better. I like it. I don't love it.
I just didn't. I didn't expect him to look like this. I'm not sure what I expected, to be honest.
He looks like a he does look like a modern day like super mercenary. Like this is what an IRL Prowler would look like, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at with it. I don't think I dislike it. I just didn't expect him to look like this. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's where I'm at.
Maybe he'll look better with better lighting.
Yeah. I'm sure, for sure. And like, he's not even the main focal point of this cover. A lot of people were pointing out that, and they've seen it in gameplays actually, just like something about this cover, is Miles's spider sense is red, and it's also red in game, which I guess is very reflective of the comics when he has a spider sense, and they show it in the comics it's red, you know, like a little just detail there, just to add a little context to this. But yeah, like I'm sure he's gonna look good in the full game. And it could be that maybe I'm just too used to the Prowler and Spider-Verse that like that's why if he doesn't look like that, I guess he looks off to me. But I wouldn't even say off. I don't know. Like I just don't have an opinion yet. I just want to see him a little bit more, and like in game for it to see if it grows on me and stuff like that. But I don't know. But I guess the fun's over, guys. It's fucking confirmed. Prowler's in the game. Fun's over, y'all. Shit. If see, like, what is going to low-key annoy me, guys, right, is that, you know, like in Spider-Man PS4, right, like Doc Ock doesn't show up till like after the second half of the game, right. You get what I'm saying? And they like egg it on, and we like see, and like I know that like they probably know that we all know, but I think like at a certain level they kind of played it like it was supposed to be a big ass reveal. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's unfair. I don't know if I'm being fair or not, to be frank, but I just wish that they just didn't show Prowler. You know, I wish that was just a complete, just blind surprise that we got. You know, but I digress. I don't know. So I guess like if they cookie crumb us throughout Miles Morales, and he doesn't show up till like the same point that Doc Ock showed up at, you know, and they like set it up in the game to intend to be like a super big reveal for the player, not so much for Miles, but like for the player, you know, specifically. I think that's where I'm gonna get a little bit like, ugh, like this is why I didn't want you to show it, you know. I digress. But
Can I direct you guys to the replies to this?
What we got cooking?
From Colin Ware. He
Ware.
says, "Hear me out," with a screenshot.
I did see that. I don't
of a
believe
mask
that.
from Oscorp.
I think that's more. I think that one is more. Isn't that fucking Green Goblin? Like, come on.
That's,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
that's first thought.
Yeah, my thought was Goblin when I saw that helmet.
Cause like if you look at the eye cutouts, like there's no. Oh wait, wait, hold on. Okay,
I'm just saying, like,
triangle at the
yeah,
end.
number one, Goblin mask,
Wait,
or number
is it
two,
pointy?
prototype
Oh, no.
for this mask.
Prototype maybe, yeah. The eye cutout's like a little bit different, like not towards the bottom, but towards the very left of the eye. It's not as pointy, like we see in the
Oh, never mind.
Prowler
Somebody
outfit.
said glider blueprints were right next to them.
Yeah, right. So like that's like definitely like Green Goblin, right?
Thanks, Colin. Cutting out the blueprints for the glider.
Well, no fun to be had here, guys. No fun. But what will be fun is using these different abilities and gadgets in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Of course, the main topic of the show is going to be about some new abilities that we got revealed to us at the Game Informer coverage and all that great stuff, as well as some info on the open world, which I like doing because, ArachKnight, do you remember our open world conversation about Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to like emulate that low key, high key. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
going on outside?
Yeah, yo, is everyone okay?
Yeah, no, it's just it
I-
feels like there's like 6 semi trucks driving through my neighborhood.
Dude,
Go
are you being abducted, sir? Are you okay? Do we need to call the authorities?
I am good. They're not
Is it-
coming.
Okay.
Is it garbage day?
Yeah, it sounds like garbage day.
Dude, yeah, but the garbage truck was here like 3 hours ago.
Oh shit.
Damn, the recycling mad late.
Gotta.
Do you mind? I'll mute myself, but I'll be here in spirit, so it's not so loud.
Okay, well, make sure to come back whenever you're all good. I mean, obviously, I didn't have to say that. It's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, so sometimes I be talking stupid.
No, like,
you know?
imagine if he was sitting there, like, when the truck's gone, like, just talking to us, like, damn, why do they keep talking over me?
That-
Oh,
Or like he just like ups and leaves. You know what I'm saying? Just
Wait.
goes.
yeah, forgets that he's on.
Grab some
Oh, yeah, I
grass.
forgot. I'm
No, he's
saying.
listening to both of us right now. Saying,
I know he is.
"Stupid,
This is audacity.
idiots."
They're talking right now. Well,
So
why I'm here?
there's a few things we
It's
want to talk
funny.
about here. We have mainly
garbage truck is
Venom
still
attacks
going.
and gadgets,
So, hey, Kevin,
stealth,
this
and
is
then the
an
open
Easter
world
egg to you.
aspect. There's a few bullet points that we can just breeze through, have a nice conversation about. Nothing too in depth,
Indeed,
nothing
back
too
and
crazy,
forth.
but
Back and forth.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is an
absolutely.
Easter egg.
What I want to talk about first here is that when asked if Venom and Green Goblin would appear in the game, they outright said no. They did say that, quote, the threads from the first game still exist, but we're really focusing on Miles' chapter and how he is going to become a Spider-Man. A lot of developers lie, right? But this, I think they're being truthful about.
Yeah, this I
You know.
don't want this to be a lie about.
Yeah. I mean,
that's pure.
yeah.
That's Peter's stuff. Leave it alone. Let Miles do his own thing.
I wouldn't mind if like Peter comes back home and it's like, oh man, wow, you took down fucking Roxxon. Damn, like, shit, I'm fucking proud of you, Miles. There's like a heartfelt moment, maybe a tear or two, whatever. And then like, post credit, whatever, we see like Peter, doing something and we get some Green Goblin or like Venom stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, imagine if they did a video game version of a post-credit scene where you're playing as Peter in like one little mission, and then what you're about to say.
Hear me out. What if Peter goes into Oscorp and we end the game with the same cutscene as we did for Spider-Man PS4, but it's Peter and he sees Harry in the tank? Yo, got me all salivating.
Don't get me salivating and fantasizing about things.
Yeah, so I like that. So yeah, definitely. I don't want Miles to. You know what? I can't say that. I just want it done very, very lightly if they're gonna do it. Like, definitely, of course, they will lead seeds here that will build to the second game. That's a given, right? Of course, but make them very, very light seeds. You know, none too crazy. I don't want to see Venom or some bullshit like that. You know.
Yeah. No.
So I think we're good. One of the or I guess you could read the next three, I guess, involving the Venom Punch and all that.
Yeah, they're all basically the same thing.
Yeah.
The Venom Punch is what Miles utilized against Rhino. You know, it's going to be a big part of the combat for Miles. To perform a Venom attack, you hold L1, then one of the face buttons to do a different type of attack. Venom Punch is L1 plus square, and you can also change the attack by holding L1. You'll feel it build up in the DualSense controller as well.
Sorry.
So is it
I meant charge.
Charge up. Okay.
I meant charge the attack.
So is it
I
like
I put change? I meant charge.
Is it like you don't have a bar of remaining fuel, if you will, for your Venom attack, and then it like slowly builds back up? Is it you're building up your Venom attack and it slowly gets stronger?
Yeah. I don't know if it said here, but I was watching the interview on Game Informer last night of like different combat and stuff like that. They were saying that like for every 6 punches, Miles builds up 1 bar of Venom. Which the way they talk about Venom, I think it's similar to like Focus in the original game, you know. And also to reference the L1 and phase buttons. The only phase button that doesn't do anything from what they said, oddly enough, was L1 and O. I don't know if they're hiding something there. Maybe they are.
O is dodge.
I don't know.
So I don't know if there would be a Venom dodge.
Good point. Well, I mean,
maybe a Venom Dash dodge, but
because I feel like O could be just dodge, right? But then like L1 and O can mean something completely different, you know. But
fair.
I digress. I don't know. Maybe it's like, hey, like no, it's just like because I assume L1X is the Venom jump, which I think is in here too. But yeah, so it's gonna be cool to see like how this actually feels on the DualSense and all that. Of course, with the charge up, you will be able to feel it like rumble and crackle in your DualSense, which I can't wait to see how that actually feels. Have you seen some of the people talk about the controller?
No.
On Twitter, bro, people are saying that like this is not a gimmick. Like people are saying that like it feels like fucking crazy. And there's like now this is all like apparent, allegedly. I don't have it yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that I'll be able to experience the DualSense fully until I get the PS5, of course. Even like because even if it works on PS4 when I get it on Friday, it's not gonna have any of the like haptic feedback and stuff like that coded in for their onto the games, of course. But we'll see. I don't know. Like people are saying that like it's not a cap. That like this like the DualSense actually feels crazy as hell.
And breaking news, PS5 DualSense controller sales spike without the purchase of a console insanely for single female homes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what ArachKnight comes back to, baby.
I thought that you were saying something for real, so I was going on Twitter like, hey, hold on, like, what's up?
This is a family-friendly podcast.
Got some breaking news.
Family friendly.
Did the garbage truck make it by okay? It's all good.
They are good. They are.
Oh man.
They need dude. How much trash is in this area? This is like their third trip.
You're just doing strafing runs back and forth.
Yeah.
They're coming back,
dude. If he comes back one more time, I swear to God.
Oh man. Hate to see it, but I guess in the thing of the Venom Punch and all that, and I guess the knowledge that we won't get any Venom or Green Goblin stuff in Miles Morales until Spider-Man 2. Got anything to say about the topic, ArachKnight? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Well, you were away. No.
Just the haptic feedback sounds interesting. I'm excited to get my hands on it and see what it's really about. When you're talking about it being like it's not a gimmick, this is completely tangential. But did you guys watch Spy Kids 4 in theaters?
Wow.
Listen,
guys.
I didn't watch it in theaters.
There's a lot of things that I thought would be brought up this episode. I did not think the seminal film Spy Kids 4 would be on that list.
Okay.
4 was the one where the kids are old now and
Yeah, they have their
Carmen
own
is
kids.
bad now.
Facts.
No, but
Facts.
when you went to go see the movie, they gave you a card, and the movie would tell you to scratch the card, and it was gonna be like 4D, like it was like smell.
Oh, what the fuck?
So it's like, oh, scratch this card. It would like pop up somewhere on the screen. It's like scratch this number, and you would scratch the number, and then you'd be able to smell what was going on in the scene.
So extra.
It's a little weird, and I was like, hey, my card is bad. So I went. And it's like, hey, I need a new card. My card sucks. And then that was how I found out my sense of smell was awful. But when you were talking about gimmicks, I was like, with every copy of Spider-Man Miles Morales, they give you a scratch and sniff.
Oh no!
You get to smell all the
Scratch and sniff Rhino.
Yeah, you get to smell all the New York trash.
You can smell all the fucking Brooklyn rats and shit like that.
Smell the stink coming from MetLife Stadium.
Oh,
But
New York smells bad.
like
Send tweet.
I really am excited to see how because like there's a lot of people that are saying, guys, it feels fucking amazing. Like and they're not joking, right? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Will it be a gimmick? I don't know. People are saying it's not, but we'll have to see. But who knows? Quick thing here, of course, about Venom attacks. When an enemy is hit by a Venom attack, they are stunned and will take bonus damage. If they are near other enemies, multiple enemies can be stunned with one Venom Punch, so it'll like chain off a bunch of other enemies.
Like the electric web.
Also, what's not in here as well that was in the interview I was watching was that they were saying that like Miles, now ArachKnight, this might, because this did something to me, ArachKnight. I think this might do something to you as well. All right. They were saying that Miles can go to certain power sources and suck up the power from them. And I was like, wait,
That's straight
pause.
I was like, Cole McGrath, excuse me? I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. What? And they were saying that like the reason why, you know, Miles kind of faints at the end of the Rhino fight was that he hit like a transformer type shit. So he had so much energy in him that he doesn't know how to handle it at that time. So he got sick and like fainted. Which I don't know, man. I was like, yo, you're sounding a little bit like Infamous for me, and that's
I was 0.00005 seconds away from making that reference.
No, for real. I'm like, yo, you are
Have me running around the city sucking up power like it's Infamous.
You are doing things. I was like, hold up. You can't just say that lightly. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe Miles is gonna die in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, R.I.P. Yo, do you think they will? No. I feel like they'll kill Peter over Miles.
I hope they don't kill Peter.
Don't kill either.
Don't kill either. Yeah, if it
kill
was...
Mary Jane.
Oh.
Damn, for real?
Damn.
Shit.
No more missions.
Dude, Peter...
Take any chance.
Dude, Peter has
kill all side characters. Genki, gone. I'm sorry.
At that point, if MJ dies, Peter has lost just about everybody.
Yeah, yo, he has nobody. Yo, he can't.
Kill MJ and then give us a Dark Peter game. I'm kidding.
Oh, wait.
I'm kidding. What is this? The DC universe? Thanks, Deadpool.
Thank you.
All right, ArachKnight, tell me a little bit about Miles's lower body strength and all that.
I feel like ArachKnight hasn't gotten any popcorn. I feel bad.
Didn't I say ArachKnight?
Where?
No. You're giving it to him, but like I feel like he hasn't gotten any yet. You know.
Okay. You're right. Here,
I jumped in at a weird time. Like lower body strength.
Oh, okay. So it starts with a lot of Miles's attacks. Are you?
Yeah. A lot of Miles's attacks. I was like, huh? I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much he can leg press. A lot of Miles's attacks are using his legs opposed to his upper body, like Peter. So, yeah, you can definitely see it in the way that he moves and the way that he swings. Like, he definitely uses his legs for momentum a lot of the time.
It's true. True. One of the things being, of course, the Venom jump, where he'll jump around 15 feet in the air, but spiral, making a wind updraft, sucking enemies to the spot he stood at previously. That sounds cool as fuck, actually. Sounds interesting. Because then, like, I'm thinking, like, okay, cool, like, a Venom jump, get them all in one area, right? Kind of arc my descent, if you will, behind them, and then Venom punch the shit out of them. Then all the Venom electricity will spread to everyone in that clot, you know?
That's a combo.
Sounds like it. Definitely sounds like it.
You love to hear it.
Definitely sounds like it.
The camera placement in combat has been...
I want to see how long I can get a pregnant pause going. Well, go ahead.
The camera placement in combat has been improved, as well as giving the player more chances to see the moves in slow motion.
Slow, S-O-L-E.
Slowy.
I'm saying.
I wasn't even gonna comment on that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna
roasting
comment on
yourself.
I will.
Pain.
It's fine.
That's cool.
I will
Respect.
do it myself. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Camera placement. I did notice that while I was playing a little bit of Spider-Man PS4, sometimes the camera was a little bit wonky in that game sometimes. It's not often, but sometimes. So maybe they've done some improvements with that, with new tile, of course. But
And hopefully they have done an improvement with the opening combat scene in Spider-Man PS4 Remastered, where you web up his gun and his head at the same time. He does it twice in the game, I think. ArachKnight, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But the second time, it's perfect. The web attaches to his head. The first time, it's like a foot off of his head. But that's
I know
neither
what you're
here nor 15 miles from here.
have some popcorn to real.
Oh, I get to have some popcorn? Love popcorn. Is there salt on it?
Yeah, man.
Venom Dash is an attack where Miles sends an enemy flying. That's in the GIF that we saw for the trophies. I think that looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The way that's animated, I think that looks really, really cool.
Because if y'all remember the gameplay, the beat drops when he does the Venom Dash.
Oh.
And I was like, yo, my mouth is salivating, my boys. Shit. Oh, man. But a new gadget we have in the game is a gravity well, which creates a gravity well that sucks up multiple enemies into one location as well. So it sounds like a lot of his abilities are you know, clodding up enemies and being able to do... Yeah, pause. And like having him do like a lot of big area of effect type attacks, or at least attacks that chain to multiple enemies at once, you know, which is interesting. That's cool. I like that. Which it kind of also, do you guys remember like the previous episode? I forgot which one, where like I was saying that like I feel like, you know, Peter is more about like precision, being a more experienced Spider-Man, as opposed to Miles, where like a young snake, as opposed to like an older snake, young snakes are more dangerous because they don't know how to control their venom.
Indeed.
You know? Damn.
Do I hear that garbage truck again?
No.
LMAO. Is it back? Yo, honestly, invite him
It's
to the
back.
podcast, man.
He's back.
Yo, pause the recording. Let's all meet up at his house. Let's take out this garbage driver.
I thought you were gonna say it's like next episode of Miles Morales is going to be in the back of a garbage truck.
It's already in the back of a garbage truck, to be honest.
We'll put it in the back of the garbage truck with the driver tied up. So, you gonna interrupt our cast one more time? No, I swear.
This got
We have
violent.
our-
I'm just vibing.
Not violent, just dark. We're not gonna hurt him.
I'm not violent. I'm just dark.
All
We're
right.
not gonna hurt him.
Oh, man.
Speaking of gadgets are the same way as they were in the first. He's back.
No.
All right.
Gadgets are the same way as they were in the first game with the wheel selection, but they are all new gadgets rather than what Peter had.
All right. I'm gonna
Yes.
mute myself.
Okay.
We will miss you.
It's all good, buddy. Yo. Miss you, bro. Miss you, bro.
It's a second Easter
I
egg.
wonder what gadgets he's gonna have. Besides,
So at
obviously, the gravity well.
Yeah, we know gravity well, and next up, there's another gadget that we know of as well, which is weird that they said all new, but I'm like, wait a minute.
Are you kidding
Oh
me?
wait, no, this one works. I think a little bit different than the remote mine from the first game, but they did say that a lot. I mean, they said at least one gadget that Miles will make is a direct, like, you know, the inspiration of it came from Peter in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That's what they did say at one point in the interview, but they said like mostly all the gadgets are going to be brand new. But the one that is a little bit familiar to us, I feel like, is the remote mine. It's a gadget where, when laid down, you can manually detonate to create an area of effect electric attack. You can also stick it onto enemies as they're walking and wait until he gets near enemies to take them all out as well in a stealth encounter. And in stealth encounters, it was designed to be... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, so you can use this gadget in stealth, and also... you can use it in combat and in stealth as well. ArachKnight put help in the doc, so... I hope he's okay. You know what I'm saying? He's still here. Menacingly.
What is he doing? He's just standing there. Menacingly. No, but it seems like the remote mine is just like Peter's, except it's manual rather than automatic.
Yeah, that, and like I think like, you know, with you being able to like have more control of it, and them saying that like, hey, because it sounds like they want you to use these gadgets whether they are most useful in stealth or in combat, vice versa. Like, it looks like they want you to use they want you to at least have the ability to use all the gadgets whenever you want, regardless of what playstyle you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So
it sounds like he's gone. It sounds like the terror has passed. Maybe. I hope. I can still hear him faintly.
Oh no, I forgot one more can. Hold on, let me go back.
If you forgot my trash, it's fine. You'll be here eventually, another day. It's fine.
Oh man, I forgot one can. Hold on. Oh man. But of course we talked a lot about, you know, combat. I'll call it like outward combat, right? As opposed to stealth.
Face to face.
You know what I'm saying? Which is our next little section here. There's a particular stealth thing that I like a lot in this game that they detailed here, but I think I'll pass the popcorn to ArachKnight if he's available, if he's not being murdered by a trash man.
So, in terms of stealth takedowns, those seem to be available when the enemies have not spotted you yet, just like the first game. However, with more complexity.
You can read the second one too if you want, because like that was just like a nothing fucking bullet point.
So Miles is able to do stealth takedowns from the ceiling and the walls that offer new animations as well.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's a few times where they have shown this, but like I think it's really cool that you don't have to be perched up like right below the person to do a stealth takedown. You can be like up on the wall or like on the ceiling. I think that's super cool. You know, I think that's like a small thing, but like I think it's really neat that you know, there's gonna be just like more variety to a stealth takedown than just, you know, doing the like little wrap him up, like web him up in the ball type thing, you know. But I digress. I'll pass popcorn. Turo, you want some?
Yeah, hold on, let me add some more butter.
I was like, oh my god, wait, you don't like butter on your popcorn?
Like, not like when they like, is like, oh, do you want butter on it? They put like the drizzle on it. No,
I like a little bit of drizzle. I just don't want to
put the drizzle and shake it while you're putting in the drizzle. You know,
it
just nice spread throughout.
It tastes like oil. It's just straight oil.
It's fair, but I like it.
I'm with you on that. I don't want my popcorn like too oily. You know, I still want to be an overall dry food. You know, just like a little something. You know.
And you know what's really annoying when you eat your popcorn at the movie theater?
What's up?
It's kind of like you're in combat with the popcorn. When you drop it and it goes underneath the seat, it's going into stealth by entering camouflage, just like Miles is able to do in combat. He can enter camouflage and go into hiding, unlike Peter, whereas if he's spotted, everybody knows exactly where it is, and they could just follow him. It's over.
Wow, y'all, that was a very impressive, man. Yo, can we get a little golf?
You like my segue?
That was a great segue. Holy shit!
Good job.
Wow. Damn. GG.
Yeah. Peter did have a suit that made him invisible, like Miles is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the big time suit that was in Spider-Man PS4. that it bended light or bent light. Yeah, it's bent.
Yeah, like the invisible guy in The Boys.
Yeah, it bent light, and it nullified sound. So whenever he took a step, the suit would compensate, and it would cancel out the sound wave. So he was completely invisible.
Isn't that what T'Challa? R.I.P. Isn't that what T'Challa's foot pads did as well on his suit?
Yeah,
in Black Panther.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
the sneakers.
That's lit. R.I.P. Of course. R.I.P. Hate to see it.
Or if you've seen Invisible Man, it was cameras instead of light bending, but same concept.
Interesting. Camouflage, as what Terrell said before, is attained by hitting up on the D-pad, and it's controlled by another meter, the patience meter, as well, that fills and drains very quickly. So this one I was like, okay, we're gonna have another meter. That's interesting, you know. I think this one you probably can affect, right? Like this one you maybe there's gonna be a mod where it's like, hey, you can lower the time it takes to fill up the camouflage meter, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think other than that, I don't think you'll be upgrading or changing this meter specifically, you know.
Yeah.
But cool to know that, which makes sense on a cooldown. You don't want to forever just be in camouflage. Like that'd be really boring.
Yeah, that would make the game too easy.
Yeah, for sure. But there's some cool stuff on how enemies have dealt with this stuff.
Right. Like, I like your description of this as anti-miles equipment.
That's literally what it said in the Game Informer thing.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, all right then. They have like specific anti-miles equipment. I was like, hi, okay, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, I always love when villains learn to adapt to the heroes. Like Spider-Man, it's funny. Like he has gotten beat by pesticide before.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. Or the enemies in Arkham Knight that have the detective mode jammers, or the trackers that if you stay in detective mode for too long, they can find out where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that is always very, very interesting. So I'm glad to see that we can't just Venom Blast all the enemies and be done. So there are equipment like shields that can deflect Venom attacks, as well as some goggles that can see Miles' heat signature when camouflaged that can also send out alerts bringing you out of camouflage. So I'm happy to see that it's not going to be a walk in the park for Miles.
Yeah, that, and like I think like personally, like it makes the enemies more, I think, a little bit believable, like narratively, like if they're not just the same throughout the entire game, like because I assume like they'll roll on, you know, they'll like eventually maybe towards like the middle of the game bring on these different types of enemies that are more capable of handling Miles with these goggles and different stuff like that, and be able to read his heat off his body and all that. Like it shows that the enemies are also adapting and learning with Miles as Miles is learning to use his abilities in the game. You know, I just think that's just like a nice way to do that. You know, that like makes it a little bit more real to me personally. But I like that. Terrell, you want some popcorn?
I would love some popcorn.
I miss movie theaters, but that's not.
Dude, I was about to say I fucking miss movies, bro.
So do I.
Shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog, the #1 grossing superhero movie, beating Marvel in the last 10 years.
Terrell, how do you feel about that? How the fuck is Sonic a superhero?
Sonic is a superhero.
I fundamentally disagree.
Sonic can run around the Earth, dog, in 3 seconds in the comics. That's not a superpower to me.
The Flash beat teleporters to Mars.
Yeah, okay, but he also has the Speed Force. Sonic just has hope.
Yeah, and coins.
He has rings, I'll have you know.
Sonic has rings.
Oh, my fault.
And a hate for Eggman. Ooh, okay. Terrell,
yes,
right before you read this, right? ArachKnight, I do have to ask you something.
Sure.
So on Drokic's Gamescast, shout out to that, subscribe, all that good stuff. Christian wanted me to ask you, do you like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit better or the second suit better?
I like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit more.
Okay, I think that's what he did say. I think that's what he said that you would likely like. You know what I'm saying? So.
It's yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
are.
Yes.
So there's something a little too derivative about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit for me. It feels too safe almost. I appreciate it. It looks nice. Like, I have a costume of it that I wore when I was younger. I wore the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit for a few years, like when I was like 14 to 16. But the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit just has something special to it that I would definitely use in Spider-Man Remastered over the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit.
Perfect. He just wanted me to ask you because
Yeah.
I forgot which one you preferred.
Yeah, no. Chris and I seem to agree a lot when it comes to Spider-Man. You'll have to hear it.
Love to see.
And what everybody can agree on is that our favorite thing to do in video games is to upgrade our skill tree. And in our skill tree with Miles, he has stealth and hand-to-hand combat supported in the skill tree, and you can even rank up the camp ability to use during live combat to get more hits to build up your combo.
Camp ability. The fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
you-
Camo ability.
What
Camo
I think
ability.
I think I meant yes. I didn't mean camo.
Miles.
Kevin, what? You know what?
I was
know
like, yo,
why.
Miles is camping with like an
This
LMG
was-
in the corner?
Yeah,
This-
Riot Shield. And a Claymore.
This-
Yup.
Yeah.
Tack
This
insert.
this was typed like after a shift at like 11:45, which I know is not that late, but for me that's a little bit late. You know what I'm saying?
11:45 is when I'm finishing my workout. We are not the same.
We are definitely not. Like,
11:45 is when I'm starting my nightly movie watch. We are not the same.
I'd be like I'd be like heading towards REM sleep at like 11:45. You know what I'm saying?
You are
I'd be
out,
like
out.
almost there. Yeah, I'm like almost out like like half a Zan, 13 hours before I land. You know what I'm saying?
11:45. I'm finishing waking up from my nap fully. I'm not groggy anymore.
Shit. But I do like this too. You know how they're. Well, no, let me just fix this so I don't say it again. Not camp ability, camo. How it seems like while there'll be two separate skill trees for the most part, it seems like you'll be able to kind of, you know, meld them in, and they'll be able to do a little crossover, you know, which could be cool. I want to see how it works where you can enable camo to keep up a combo. I think that's gonna be really interesting, but I digress. It's clear that they're definitely trying to paint the picture that, hey guys, like this is definitely like recognizable combat from the first game, but we're adding a layer to it, and we're building upon it, of course. So I can appreciate that. But of course, next up we have the vast open world of Manhattan. You know what I'm saying, my boys? We are I think I really want to see if they expand Manhattan in the game, or it's like pretty much the same size as the original game. I really want to see how that looks, because I know like there's actually a video that I put up this week. As of today, it's up right now, where we went to Miles's apartment in Spider-Man PS4 and compared it to the gameplay that we saw of it in the PS5 showcase and everything. And there's definitely some changes. Of course, that is reconciled by the passage of time we have with the first game happening, I think, a year before this game. And we see like a whole bunch of different buildings being brought up, like of course Roxxon and all that good stuff. But I do want to see how the open world has changed in Miles Morales. But one of the first things that you can do is that in NYC, when you're not doing the story, you can hunt for collectibles, do various activities, and more. So you know that's going to be more detailed later on, of course, with more bullet points and all that. But I'll pass it to ArachKnight. How do you feel about the swinging in the game?
I'm excited. Like, swinging around New York is always something that I enjoy in Spider-Man games. It when I remember, it would be the way that I would de-stress back in high school. Is I would load up like the Amazing Spider-Man, because the last open world Spider-Man game we had up to that point was the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I didn't really like all that much. But so I would just listen to music after doing homework or whatever, and just swing around New York and just relax for like 30 minutes before bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and I definitely did that a lot in Spider-Man PS4. Is like when if I had anything stressful going on, and I needed to talk to somebody or somebody needed to talk to me or whatever, I would load up the game and I would just, do what needed to be done and just swing around New York to keep myself like distracted and light, just so I didn't like stress myself out. So I'm really excited to get back into it with a fresh experience, because in PS4 I have done everything there is to do like 2 or 3 times over. So I'm excited to get my hands on something new.
Right. I always have to feel how like it'll feel because they're talking a lot about how we'll feel the tension in the DualSense. We'll feel the web tightening up and being more tense and all that. I want to see if that's all cap or like if that's for real.
I hope it's for real.
I'm sure it'll be.
So here's the thing. So with the Astro's, you know what? Actually, guys, I implore everyone to go check out the Astro's Playroom impressions on Kinda Funny after this podcast. Definitely go check it out, because there's a point where Astrobot goes in like this like spring type of suit or whatever. So you're playing as the spring, right? So what Blessing was saying was that when he went into that suit, the L2 and R2 changed its tension in the triggers, so it's like a little bit more hard to bring it all the way down and to actually do the trigger pull, if that makes sense, as opposed to him just being out of it. Like the actual tension changed and matched what because he had to like imagine like a spring, right? He pushed the spring down by holding down R2 and then let it go, and it sprung up. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that like the actual trigger emulated that feeling. So I think we might actually have the web feel like that, which is going to be insane. I don't know. So I just want to see it actually in action. But they did say, of course, that we have seen a few times with the web swinging that there's many different swinging animations for the game, and they modeled skydiving techniques as well. So they modeled people that were skydiving and how Miles does like kind of like dives that look like he's skydiving for real. I see where they were going with that for sure. So definitely makes sense. But
the backwards swinging feels weird to me, not because of a mechanical aspect. It's just I think about how I would web swing, and that is the last idea that I would do.
Wait, a back web swing?
So in a lot of the animations, like when you reach the top of your swing, like the apex of it, when you let go and Miles is falling downwards, he'll go in a kind of with his back to the street and his head pointing upwards towards the clouds, almost like he's like diving. Like think about Peter's dive, but except just flip it.
Oh, okay.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it just I don't have an issue with it aesthetically. There's no issues with it. It's just I wouldn't swing like that because like I don't know. It feels so weird.
Right.
I'd like to see what I'm going to hit if I'm going to hit something.
I wonder if at the end of the game Miles just swings a lot different, and they have like here's him at the end of the game. He learned how to swing,
Like properly.
Yeah, and like he swings really, really, really good. I think there may be something like that because if you guys remember when Peter would be talking on the phone and they recorded 2 different versions, one where he's not swinging and another where he is swinging, where he sounds like like a little bit short of breath, like he's exerting some type of energy, like he's doing something clearly on the phone. Mm-hmm. How they have 2 different tracks for that. I bet they would do that. I bet there's gonna be a animation set for swinging that you don't see until the end of the game, where Miles quote unquote like learns how to swing.
I just want a slingshot. Like, if I can request something in a game, I just want to web up 2 points in a building or wherever and just slingshot.
Oh, dude, that sounds
That
kinda
happens in
fire.
Spider-Man PS4, but I agree with you. Like, I want to be able to do that, like, on my own.
Yeah.
Because even the Amazing Spider-Man 2 had it, where you could, if you were between 2 buildings, you could launch yourself. And that's something that I think is fun, because you're going at max speed and then just zipping through New York at like 100 miles per hour. I think I believe from the comics, Spider-Man's top swinging speed is 120 miles per hour.
Holy shit.
He could win a race against a stock Camaro.
He is zooming. Like, I'd like to do that. Like, I'm just excited to see all the swinging videos that people will post online. Except for the love of God, like, when people try to do weird things with the camera, it makes my head hurt. Or when they try to like smooth it out when it's not smooth in the game, or vice versa, where they make it look shaky to make it seem like, oh, this is realistic. Stop doing that.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Sunhee Legend.
Oh no, bro. I don't like how you don't like him.
That's sus.
That's sus, dude.
I muted him on Twitter. It was that bad.
Fuck.
I don't want to see his gifs.
I love them, dude. He does such a good job.
Not for me. Talented guy, good at games. There's just something about how he edits them that makes my head hurt. Oh, it's just it's just gross.
He has a God of War one that I'm just like, dude, this is sex, like for real. It's so good.
It's just, I don't know. Not for me. Shout out to you.
I feel you.
He has a reputation for a reason.
Definitely.
I could definitely see the talent, but not for me.
Terrell, tell me about Miles' phone. Is it
Miles'
wet?
phone. Oh, of course, my good sir.
Is it dry? Does he got Tinder on there?
He does not have Tinder.
He's 17. He's underage.
What the hell is wrong with it? So?
That is a crime.
Number one, Kevin, you're going to prison. Number two,
have a seat.
Our son Miles has much bigger things to focus on than the streets. Okay,
You need to be 18 to use Tinder.
What's wrong? Wait, do you have to be like by law?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah, because people go on Tinder for sin.
I meant like he's looking for
Kevin,
other.
I'm sending you to the housing for registered sex offenders.
I meant he's looking for like other people his own age, because you know how you can set the parameters to like, hey, I want to find only 20.
You get banned on Tinder if you're under 18. They just ban you if they find out.
I had forgot that he was only 17. My bad, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm trying to make sure Miles get a little,
Guest
Guest
episode is Chris Hansen.
Oh my god! Hey,
listen, Miles does not need to worry about that. What he does need to worry about is the 4 activities that he can see up on his phone, called "My Car's Gone," "Can't Find My Pigeons," which what?
More pigeons. Let's
Ice
go.
breaking my crane.
Wasn't there a Spider-Man PS4 thing about pigeons?
It was.
With
It was.
Howard.
I hope it's the same guy.
Yeah, I hope it's.
It is probably
guy.
the same guy. Yeah. Ice breaking my crane
And
looters.
these, yes, ice breaking my crane and looters, and these 4 will show you the distance. That all show the distance to them and the rewards you'll get, which some rewards were tech parts for crafting suit mods or visor mods.
I hope that ice breaking my crane is a evolution of Spider-Man. The crane.
Move the cranes for Spider-Man.
Move the crane. Oh man, good times. Or to just completely disregard everything you just said. Maybe he's hitting up the deaf girl that we talked about. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she could text.
Yeah, you don't need ears to text.
Absolutely, you definitely don't. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're Daredevil, too bad.
True. Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't text. Damn.
Yeah, no.
It's unfortunate. But I like this whole thing because I think what this is referencing that I forgot to put in here is that it's referencing the app that Genki makes him, My Friendly Neighborhood app, where it's a public app like in the city, so people will like, pin different crimes that are happening and Miles can go and assist and all that. So I think that's a really cool way to like not be like, because I doubt Miles would wanna listen to like a police scanner all day, like, our good friend Peter does, So this seems like a better way to do it and more of a Miles way to do it, which I like a lot, But I digress. However, by pressing L1, Miles can highlight crimes in the city that are broken up into districts once again. And they can even be added... Wait, and they even... Kevin, what the hell did you say? And they even add more to the game as well? I don't know why I said added. I'm so bad. Wow. I think they say... Okay, I think what I was trying to say... Miles can highlight crimes in the city that are broken up, and I put is broken up, into districts again, and they even add more to the game as well. I don't know what the fuck that means. Each have 100% completion, just like the first game. Oh, right. Okay. So long story short, districts are broken up again, and you can get 100%. Great. Not the biggest deal in the world, but yeah. Just that as well.
This reminds me of like when you write a paper by hand.
Dude, what the fuck was I trying to type there?
Yeah, it's like you write something in hand. It's like, what did I write? Like, what does this word say? Also, something like, I hear a fire truck outside now. What is going on,
bro? Okay, I think that garbage truck was stolen. I think it's a convict. You know what I'm saying?
In my neighborhood,
bro.
Stealing. Yep, he's out there stealing trash.
The trash man.
The hash slinging trash man.
No. I'm the trash man. Like, you never watched Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
Negative Ghost Rider.
I'm sorry.
Danny DeVito.
Actually, I did watch a few episodes. I do like how he says whore. It's so funny. Whatever his accent is, man. Shout out to Danny DeVito.
Shout out to Danny DeVito. I hope he got a PS5.
I would give him mine.
Yeah, if he asked, I would take it from my niece.
Yeah, for sure. I would.
This is for something bigger than yourself. Be greater as I take away her Christmas gift.
Be yourself, young niece. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself.
You don't need these.
I forgot whose turn it is to use the
mine.
popcorn, but whoever wants to read about side activities.
I would like some popcorn.
It is my turn. You had popcorn.
Oh, no, sir. You take the popcorn.
Oh, I will.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Side activities are back, but not like in the lab doing puzzles, as we saw in Spider-Man PS4. They're instead using the real game. Jesus, Kevin.
They are instead in the real game. That's fine.
Core gameplay, like an example shown was Miles running past a mechanical door that can't be opened because the power is out. He tracks the wire to where it's severed and uses the web to reconnect both ends and turn on the power. So it reminds me of the warehouse mission with Jefferson, where you had to track like the scratch marks and then use the electric web to help Jefferson move around the environment. I saw that grammar fix. I appreciate it.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in the minority, but I really loved those puzzles.
The lab puzzles?
Am I the only one?
I liked that. I liked figuring them out. Oh, not for repeated playthroughs.
The different directions. I loved it.
Not for repeated playthroughs, but the first time or second time, it was fun.
Oh,
that's the thing. Like, they were cool like at first, but then it's like I don't want to do. And then you have to do all of them for the fucking trophy. I'm like, bitch, if you don't cut it out, like, yo. Oh man, I don't know, but I like this a lot more, of doing like, hey, the side activities, like there's a puzzles, because I think there can be some really cool stuff where you have to use your gadgets and equipment and your knowledge of your powers to be able to solve puzzles like in the real world. Like, I think that's infinitely more interesting than the lab stuff, But
yeah, I don't know. The lab is very Peter. So I'm glad they've thought of something that's more Miles' alley.
Yeah.
I feel that. All right, I guess Tarioka needs some popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. He gets the floor popcorn he was talking about earlier.
The floor popcorn?
Yeah.
Yes.
The one on there.
Little hair on it and stuff.
Ugh.
Tasty. Doing these activities that we were just mentioning will rank up Miles, and they wanted to make them really rewarding, like completing activities.
That is a completely fine fucking.
No, it's not. That's a run-on. Doing these activities will rank
What are you
Miles.
Really?
Will rank up Miles, and they wanted to make them really rewarding, like completing activities could grant you a new suit and more.
Doing these activities will rank up Miles, and they wanted to make them really rewarding, like completing activities that could grant you a new suit. Man, y'all, man.
Hating on grammar.
Look. This was very late at night. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. All right?
It's all good.
I'm sorry.
We're just giving you heat for it.
You want to add a little semicolon and shit.
Listen, it's so much better. It's just so much better to roast you than for people to think that like me and ArachKnight are like dyslexic or something trying to read.
Yeah,
this.
like we're struggling with sentences.
like somebody's out there thinking, are they stroking out right
Like,
now?
are they okay? Can they not read? I do like these though. You know.
Yeah, of course.
'Cause-
always have different opportunities to be able to upgrade myself in the game.
And I guess I'll read the next one because it goes hand in hand. Like as seen with one of the rewards for the activities, you can get the Spider Cat suit that, of course, has the kitty in there. You know, can help you with takedowns and all that good stuff in your backpack. So I think I'm pretty sure they said straight up that like that's how you get that Spider Cat suit, and there's other suits like that where you do activities to be able to get these suits. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is cool.
I wish it was possible that you could unlock the Spider Cat suit, and then now Spider Cat is an option for each suit. I wish you could do that.
Just like customizable, like you can wear the tracksuit and put a cat in the back.
Yeah, like you put on the suit, and then on the bottom it just has like a check mark. Spider Cat, no Spider Cat.
Yeah, like backpack, no backpack. I would have used a backpack with the classic suit in PS4. I don't know.
A backpack on that suit does look it looks homey.
Or a backpack on the Homecoming suit. Even though I don't really enjoy the Homecoming suit, it does fit that suit's personality. So I would enjoy that, just a little customization here and there. Suit creator, please.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. I think that's Spider-Man 2.
If there's a suit creator in Spider-Man 2, I will scream.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. You know, I just think like, you know, I mean, they know how much we love these suits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think like, hey, just give us the, you know, create suit. I don't know, fuck it, whatever. You know?
I would make the superior Spider-Man suits so fast.
And lastly here, one of the collectibles in the game is said to be music related, and when it fuck me. God. And they wouldn't say, oh wait. Yeah, and they wouldn't say Jesus Christ. Okay, I meant to say, and they wouldn't say what it is, but they did say that it involves sampling music.
This episode was sponsored by Grammarly.
Yo, literally, bro.
Free
This
web
episode was brought to you by Tangents.
No, this is like high key, low key embarrassing. Like,
No, you're good, man. We've all written stuff like this before. Don't feel embarrassed.
This is absurd. Like, it's like cool if it's one time, but it was like every other bullet point.
Yeah, but like you said, you had a long day. It's all good. We're just giving you heat for it.
Yeah, no, it's all fun.
Now, this is gonna be my favorite collectible. I can already tell you guys right now. All right, I'm excited. And this, I think, connects to when Genki and Miles were walking towards the festival. Miles referenced that like he wanted to get back into making music and everything. Mm-hmm. I think this plays into it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Dude, this is gonna be fun. Oh man,
Kevin, imagine you messing around with the deaf girl, right?
Oh my god.
You know, she feeling you, or she feeling Miles feeling the deaf girl. You know,
I don't like
And then
where this is going.
he catches her. He catches her at a deaf convention with another deaf dude.
A deaf convention.
A deaf convention? What are they going to talk about?
A deaf?
We're not going
A
to talk
deaf
about anything. There's just a lot of signing. But
I don't
long
know
story
where
short,
this is
long story
going.
short, Miles catches her. Miles catches her with another deaf dude, right?
Another
And
deaf.
Another deaf person, and this person is a dude, right? And they out there, you know, they doing the nasty shit, right?
What is going on?
Miles goes and collects a music sample, and it's Shot for Me from Drake or Marvin's Room.
Jesus Christ. We went down a fucking avenue and then we came back to the block and I'm just like, damn.
What is
Listen, I was just
I
trying
don't
to
know
quickly
what
go down the
happened.
avenue, but you guys were stuck on deaf convention and deaf person.
Who goes? What is a deaf convention?
I was just making up a random scenario.
Imagine there's a fire alarm.
The whole point is that the deaf girl is cheating on her.
Him.
Cheating on him.
Deaf
yes.
convention.
My
What
fault.
if the?
If there's a
something,
fire
right?
alarm, by the way, I would assume that they would feel the vibrations from it.
The
Billy,
fire alarm is gonna be
Hold
silent.
up. I got something, right? Get this, okay? Miles is whipping up this fire track for baby girl, right?
True.
And then somehow he's befuddled and forgets that she's deaf, right? So what he does, okay? He goes back in the studio, right? Goes to where he makes his suit or whatever and builds a massive subwoofer, right? And then so that way she can feel the music that he's making. You know what I'm saying?
Just blasting it like bass boost.
He is befuddled and forgot that she doesn't.
It's like I've spent 60 hours making my coup de grace, my best, the best track I will ever make in my entire life.
My coup de grace.
This
And
reminds
she
me,
is deaf.
This reminds me of Avatar when Sokka sent a message as if it was Toph sending the message, and then Katara was like, "I know she can't write," and then they were like, "Should we send a message to Toph from Katara?" No, I think we're gonna run into a same problem.
Braille do be hidden different.
Man. But
I'm still hung up on deaf convention.
gentlemen,
Why are you hung up on Deaf Convention? The point is that Miles is getting cheated on.
What?
that's gonna be in the bets episode though.
What's
Is she faithful or she is not?
Absolutely
Is she
not.
for the
Not a single woman is
streets?
faithful.
Oh.
Look at Mary Jane. She
What
was
happened with
three
MJ?
Dudes. She was with 3 dudes in Tobey Maguire's trilogy. 3 dudes.
She
bro.
was.
Okay,
3.
Harry, Peter, and
General McStevens.
Yeah,
She was a general?
Jameson's son.
What? The
Damn near
fuck?
got married and then went to Peter, and then while she was with Peter, went to
Harry.
Why can't I remember names? Thank you, Harry.
Well, yeah, because Peter was being super like toxic to her because of the black suit. But that's the whole.
It's not Peter's fault. I think
Well,
she
yeah,
just
well-
was not as supportive enough. You know, she just immediately went to an avenue to cheat on him. Streets, she belongs.
Peter went with Gwen immediately. Like he did the upside down kiss. Well, he didn't even have the black suit. And like right in front of MJ, it's like, oh, was it Peter or was
Honestly,
it Spider-Man
we
that
could
kissed
argue
Gwen?
that Gwen Stacy raped him in that situation. We
Oh,
don't-
okay.
like,
Hey,
we
yo.
don't know
Thank
both sides of
you.
the situation.
Thank you,
Hey,
everybody,
yo.
for listening to episode 5.
Oh, relative miles to miles, you can catch the show. Holy shit.
What's wrong with you today? Why are you like this?
Whoa. Man.
All I'm saying,
The thumbnail for this episode
MJ
is
is a horrible person, and the deaf girl is gonna cheat on Miles. Thank you
Jesus.
for listening.
the thumbnail for this video is gonna be, you know, that image of like why women deserve less, and you're just gonna put the real Deathly's face on it, and that's it. That's the thumbnail.
Wow.
What? Where did
Wow.
all that? Where did the last?
Really big question mark.
Where did the last
I'm-
10 minutes of this go?
I don't even know how we even got here, guys.
I don't
but,
know. We went from Death Convention to this
Wow.
in 10 minutes
Well-
or less.
Well, that has been the open world, the new abilities of
Jesus.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Real, where can the people find you?
Where can the people avoid you?
You can find me. You can find me at my TED Talk for Why Women Deserve Less. You can find me on Twitter, my @ToRealDeathly. You can find me on Discord at Why Women Deserve Less.
Links below in the description to his real ads. ArachKnight, where can people find you, ArachKnight?
I am on the PlayStation Source Discord under the same name of the ArachKnight, where we are organizing the very first deaf convention for our viewers. For our listeners to this podcast.
Oh, I guess that kind of worked.
I am.
I'll have you know, I just looked it up. There is a Deaf Nation World Expo in Las Vegas, and Arizona.
Well, there we go.
There are deaf conventions.
I'm sorry.
I
am on Twitter. I am on Twitter at Orly_Macias. You can find me there, talking about video games, comic books, and other things. My train of thought got completely derailed. Just. Oh my god.
Links down below in the description. This has been Road to Miles Morales, episode 5, the weekly podcast series about any and all things Spider-Man Miles Morales, maybe deaf conventions, I don't know. As we head towards the release of Spider-Man Miles Morales, you can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as your favorite podcast service every Saturday morning by hitting the anchor link down below to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, and any other major podcast service, or by just searching PlayStation Source podcast feed. To support the show, you can of course like and subscribe, as well as become a member of the channel by hitting the join button or the link in the description. You can be a Prince tier or a King tier for $1 and $5 respectively, giving you access to different channel badges, emotes, as well as shoutouts and all PSS content, just like the homies Caleb Kaiser, ArachKnight, Owen, Chungi, and Tapiwa Musa. Much love to the homies. Follow us on other platforms such as Discord and Twitter down below in the description. Next week, we're talking some bets, boys. It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited. If you have any bet submissions, tweet at me, put it in the Discord, comment below, you know what I'm saying? Get it to me somehow and I'll try to include it if it's worthy enough to be included. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits. Holy shit. So
hey, listen, I just had to verify, deaf conventions do exist.
Is this still in the recording?
Probably, I don't even know, probably.